Hi, and my name's Chloe Cousins, and here is the September energy update. So again, like always, take what resonates with you and flow with that. If it doesn't resonate, if certain aspects don't resonate with you, then just let them go. So one of the main themes for this month is the lifting of the veil. So what we're seeing more and more through these massive changes that are occurring on our planet right now is literally like a revealing of what is going on underneath. Now, this is both at a collective level, but also at an inner level as well. So on the collective, certain themes, understandings, perceptions, ways of being are starting to reveal themselves more and more and more. It's like as the tide goes out, you get to see what is really going on because when the tide is in, you can't see what's going on underneath. But as the tide goes out, what's going on underneath is being revealed. Now, this can trigger people in all sorts of different ways. Some people are like this, they don't want to see. And the reason they don't want to really see what's going on is because their whole life and their whole ways of relating to this world has to deconstruct to reconstruct, and that can be very, very challenging. So there's a little bit of this feeling of illusion and of things that aren't really real that has to kind of be unveiled and seen for what it is. There's also this aspect of lifting the veil, I feel, on an inner level, where it's enabling us to get hold more of our shadow aspects, and not only that, but supporting us to become really clear on what it is we really wish to see in our reality, in our new earth reality, and making us really aware of, well, what are we actually doing to support the building of that within our own frequency? What are we actually doing day to day, moment to moment, to create that? Right? So there's that, it's almost that feeling of you have all these different dreams. Which one are you actually going to focus on, and which ones are you actually going to bring into and manifest through your shifting of frequency and the actions that are needing to be taken to support the building of that, like the building of your castle, of your reality. And is it being built on a stable foundation? So that's a big aspect. So it's getting real clarity and then grounding what needs to be grounded and embodied within you. The second theme is a high influx of creativity, inspiration, and ideas. Now, a lot of that I feel has come through the everything that went on in August, when there was such a high frequency download that came through for everybody. And for those of us that are able to really open up to that, that is starting to come through now in creative ideas, in inspiration, in kind of nudges from spirit, from your higher self, as to ways that they can be manifested. So what we're needing to do with that is really get clear as to which of those creative ideas and inspirations that are coming through, which are the ones that we really want to focus on, and what are the action steps that we need to take to really ground them into reality. So there's a real sense of expansion here and an opening up. And for those of us that are able to go with the flow of that, I feel a huge amount of opportunity in terms of manifestation and in terms of abundance. So again, it's like the follow through from the Lionsgate frequencies. This is now when we're really starting to gain the clarity and starting to do the grounded work, as in with the ground force, right, of those higher energetic impulses, because we, through our physical body and from the actions that we take, we're the ones that bring through those higher codes, right, to ground and embody them first through our physical body and then out into the world. And the more that the outer world and those old institutions and the old setup that has been in place for such a long time, as more and more people become aware of this 3D matrix that we've been in and the systems that have been in place that have locked us in, as the new ideas come through, we're able to take them and co-create new earth through that. So one of the things that I feel is really important within all of that is to maintain a focus on the positive, is to maintain a focus on what it is we wish to co-create, what it is we wish to bring through from those creative inspiration that's come through us and those ideas. It's really important that those ideas and those creative inspirations do not stay in the ethers, do not stay as this illusionary, lovely to have, but then nothing happens to it. Because if you are not able to bring it through, those inspirational ideas and concepts will go to other new earth leaders and visionaries that can actually do something with it and can actually bring it through. So I do feel it's really important, if you are getting the ideas, if you are getting the inspiration, now is the time, bit by bit, to start planning, to start, making something more concrete of that. And I feel the new moon in Virgo is going to support us to create more of the structure and the support that we need. Now, bear in mind that we have got a huge amount of planets in retrograde right at the beginning here in September. So it's still an internal process. It's still a decoding, I feel, so that more can be revealed, more can be seen that needs to be seen. Another theme is a deeper emotional cleansing, which I feel links in with all that retrograde energy. It's supporting us to go deep within and to clear what we need to clear within ourselves, to shift our sense of identity so that we can embody that new state of being and who we are, to enable those creative ideas to come through and to anchor. Now, in that emotional clearing, there may be a lot of grief that comes up, and that's normal, because in any change process, there is a grieving of the old. There is a grieving of the old sense of self, the old ways of being, your old reality. There's even a sense of grieving for what was, even if what was actually not real. Right? Even if what was kind of some sort of old sense of reality that actually was based on a very restrictive paradigm. So there's just that sense of emotions coming up that that need to come up to be cleared within us, so that we can move forward with a new sense of self, a new sense of identity, and higher emotions. There was a big activation in August through the Lionsgate of the higher heart. Now, the higher heart is all around joy, all around passion, and this big sense of what are you doing on a day-to-day basis that gives you a sense of passion and enjoyment, because these are the frequencies that seed new earth. And so any structures, any ways of being, any things that you're doing that don't give you at a fundamental level that sense of joy and that sense of passion will and need to fall away. Now, I'm not talking about when we are stepping outside of our comfort zone to co-create the new, because that is normal. You will bring up fear, but I'm talking just a general sense of what you're doing. Also, and again, leading on from the Lionsgate, it was so huge, August, is a sense of empowerment coming through. Like a lot of sudden changes coming through, a lot of karmic clearing coming through for the collective. Also in spiritual initiations. So it's about finding those inner resources within you to keep moving forward despite the outer circumstances, despite what is presenting itself. It's about you going within, connecting with your joy, connecting with what is true for you, connecting with your passion, connecting with those creative ideas and the inspiration, and focusing on them and moving forward with that, irrespective of the chaos on the outer level. And lastly, the last theme was coming home. The theme of coming home. And what I mean by that is there is a feeling of coming home to your true sense of self. There's a feeling of coming home to your multi-dimensional self and the opening of that. So opening up more to your intuition, opening up more to your psyche, your ability to channel, your ability to bring through more of your spiritual gifts. That is birthing more and more as you go through the internal changes that need to occur, not only in your consciousness but also in your body, so that these energies can fully anchor through you, through your body, and into the grid. So there is a lot going on basically in September, even if because of all those retrograde planets it's all internal, there is still a lot going on. So again, for some of us, we may be instigating outer change, but for others, it may be a lot more on the inner. It all depends where you are within your own personal cycle. So we have a new moon in Virgo, we have a full moon in Aries, but we also have an equinox. So there is going to be this sense of building to attain a new sense of balance. This is a very big spiritual concept in terms of being able to hit that new sense of balance, but in that there's always going out of balance. I talk a lot about that within my temple membership, and I will be doing a new moon upgrade as well as a full moon clearing as well. And I will also be doing a crystal Merkaba grid journey to Pathos, Cyprus, all around Venus energies. So if you are interested and you want to join me inside the temple, just comment below or connect in with me. You can email me or comment below, and we'll send you details for that. And we've also got a lot coming up in terms of what we're bringing through in October as well, which I will share at a later date. But this is all part of the new creative energies coming through, and just moving more to be of service and just supporting everybody as the old collapses, and supporting everyone to really focus on the new and what is birthing within each one of us. Okay, take care. Bye.